Hi guys, so we're down to one of well, my Christmas fave, which is pastelle. It's not my fave in terms of how much work it is, but it is my fave in terms of one in the Christmas menu recipe that I really love. Pastelle, and pastelle can be so versatile. You can make beef, you can make pork, you can mix the meats, you can make fish. For the people that are not eating meat and stuff, you can make a lentil, you could use soy, a number of things you could do to make pastelle and make it be really nice. So today I'll be making the minced beef, and I will do just the mix of a shrimp to show you the variation to make the filling with shrimp. And yeah, so firstly what I do, I try to get my fig leaf and then I clean it down just with a wet cloth. I wipe it down before I screen it, and screen it is just passing it over the fire so that the fig leaf will become pliable to work with. So that's basically what it is. You don't want to burn it, but you just want to screen it just enough so that I get a soft texture. If by chance you have a balize patch close by you, balize for me, in my personal opinion, it is the best. It is more pliable than fig leaf, and it wraps really good and steams it really well. So if you have balize by you, then you get you, but if not, fig leaf. And if you don't have a neighbor with fig leaf, I did saw in some of the local groceries they sell in the fig leaf. It's already screened and everything, so yeah, so you can try that. So let's move on to just the screening of the leaf, and then we'll set that aside and go into the real nitty-gritty. So on your fire, you just put in your leaf and you're gently pulling it away from the fire, and you will see the change in color, so you will know when it gets that nice coating of screen all the way through the leaf. You flip him and you do it again, and even by this process you will already feel that the fig leaf is getting softer. Yeah, but you don't want it to burn. Please do not burn the fig leaf. Yeah, so that's it, easy and simple. You set it aside and you go again. So I have my mincemeat here. This is 1 pound of mincemeat, garlic, ginger, hot pepper. I have Worcestershire sauce, green seasoning, pimento, all-purpose, my capers, my olives, some Angostura bitters, tomato paste, pimentos. There. So what I do is I season it up with some fresh green seasoning. First, put in my maggi, all-purpose, add my salt to that, and then I add some of the grind garlic, and of course my Angostura bitters, and I would put in that Roucou inside of it, as well as my Worcestershire sauce. And yeah, and I just want to combine that well. So we're trying to just build on the flavors. So yeah, so to a pot with oil, we're adding in our garlic, ginger, hot pepper, and onion, and just let that start to fry up, and adding your pimentos as well. There's my hot pepper that's now gone into the pot here, and then we're gonna add in the pimentos and just give that a time to just chill and fry down a bit, probably like a 1-2 minutes to chill and fry down a bit. And then you're going on to add into that mix there after it has been frying for that 1 to 2 minutes. You're going to add in your tomato paste to that. So here, as I said, we're just building on the flavors before you actually add in the meat. I add in some fine thyme here, and just let that kind of fry up, and let the all the aromas from the fine thyme come out, all the flavoring kind of come out into that underneath there. You see, it has a nice, like everything come back down to oil there. So now we added in the minced beef into this whole mix here. And you just want to cook this minced beef, or you would see that the color has changed, and the meat would be done from the time the color changed from that red to more like a lightish brownish color. like this. And when you get that, you want to add in the capers, because this is your final time here. So you're adding in the capers, your chopped olive, and you're going to add in your raisins as well. This is golden raisins and black raisins. I have here, this is my sugar, and remember the sugar base gives it a really nice balance, so don't forget to add in your sugar. So this is the raisins here, and at this point here I am getting ready to just add in finally my chives, my fresh chives. And points to note, when you're adding your fresh chive, that is cue that pot is supposed to be turning off that heat. So adding your chives and turn off that heat one time, just adding the final bit of chives and just combine it and set them aside to cool down. And we're getting ready for the next part of which is actually mixing the corn flour. So to a bowl, you have your water. This is boiling water, and we have 4 cups of water. This is quarter butter, a teaspoon of olive oil, and a teaspoon of salt. And you just combining that to let the butter dissolve in the hot water. And yeah, then we're going to combine the corn flour, and we're going to be using 3 cups of corn flour. And I use the orange pack corn flour. Important, very important to check the pack and ensure that it is not cornmeal and it's corn flour that you are using. So yeah, so you want this consistency, a nice consistency that is softer, but it's not breaking apart or anything like that. And to clean surface, you want to oil your hands really well, because this is where you're going to make out your balls, form out your balls to whatever desired size you want. Like I just do it like a little bigger than a golf ball size. Yeah, because I want a nice, I don't want it too thin, but I don't want it too thick. So, and you just roll it out, place them on the counter, and ensure that you have a wet paper towel or a kitchen towel, something to cover it with, because you don't want it drying out and getting a crust. So what I do, I put a little coating of oil to the top of all, and then I cover it down. Ensure that you have everything prepped and ready, because when you make out your balls, your corn flour balls, you want to be going straight into the actual production. So this here is how we start in the production. To 1 piece of your fig leaf, you oil it. You can use your hands for this. You oil it, and then you get a second fig leaf and oil that fig leaf as well, because this, I am not using a press. You can use a press, but I'm not using a press. I like using my hands. I find it's faster, it's quicker that way. You put your cornmeal ball, and you ensure that you oil your hand, and then you take your second fig leaf, put it over that, and then you just press down. You just press down and you push out, and you will feel it. You will feel the thickness, you'll feel the thick areas or whatever. And then you want to gently raise off that fig leaf. Raise off that fig leaf, and ensure that nothing isn't stuck to the fig leaf. You pull it down if so, and yeah. So don't even pay attention to any little edges. By the time you fold and stuff, it would be fixed. So the good thing about making pastelle at home, you can make it whatever size you want. You can load up as much meat as you want in it. So that's the value in making pastelle at home. So you fold the first side down, and then you lift it off. You lift it off, and then you're going to fold the second side over. You fold the second side over, and you do the same thing. And then we want to go also for the ends, right? Yeah, so if it's just push it down and ensure that you get a nice little seal up on it. Don't crib yourself for if it's not totally sealed. Just fold it over and fix them into place and stuff. And yeah, you fold that side over, and then we go in, and you're gonna come with the fig leaf over again, and then to the sides. You're gonna fold him to the sides, flip him over, right, and then you're gonna take your string. Of course, you don't have to use string. At this point here, you can use a foil, and just after you wrap it in the fig leaf, just wrap it in the foil, and it is really good for like storage. Like if you're storing in the deep freeze, it is really nice. And as well, when you do it in the foil, you get a nice even surface on your pastels. Apart from if you do it with the string, you get that string lines on it. But yeah, so we're going to do a second one, and the second one would be done with the shrimp filling that I did. I would place a subsequent video just showing how to make the shrimp filling for all of you who probably don't eat meat, or if you just want a change, or you want to try something new. So I will do the I'll post a subsequent, just a small video of how I did the filling for the shrimp. And so normal same process we're going over, as well as we will do this one. I will do this one wrapped in the foil, so you also see that method wrapped in the foil if you do want to use the tie and string method. So here we have it laid out nice, and we're gonna put in that shrimp filling. Y'all, the shrimp filling came out so juicy. Definitely would recommend this this recipe for folks who would like a different option, or who don't eat meat and stuff. So it's normal thing, you fold them over on one side, and you do the same to the next side. You fold them over. You're making pastel is definitely a labor of love. It's definitely a labor of love. When I started off a couple years ago making pastel for home and to sell, I realized when somebody tell you the price of a pastel, once you get in a quality pastel, then just pay the people the money and move on, because it is definitely a labor of love. You fold it over, you fold the ends, you just tuck the ends in, and then you get, that's it, you're finished with your shrimp pastel. But then you get the foil now, and you rest that pastel on the foil, you line it up, fold over, smoothing out the foil as you go, and pressing down the ends, the corner of the pastel. The foil also helps any little edges that probably in the pastel itself, to neaten it up. Yeah, and that's it, and it can be stored in the deep freeze just like this. And when you're ready for your pastel, whether you're taking it out from the deep freeze or immediately to a pot, you just add some water and you add a strainer, and you put your pastel in it and put a cover over it, and you're letting it steam for 40 minutes. If you have a steamer, you could use the steamer as well. And this is it, pastel done. Pastel done. Came out so nice, was thick and rich with meat on the inside. You didn't skim for the meat at all. Definitely recommend you making your pastels at home. You can't compare when you make your pastels at home, y'all. And it was so good, a nice balance of sweet and savory. Really good. I hope you all like this recipe, and if you all haven't yet, you all can subscribe, like, and follow for more.